Namaste. Welcome. Good to have you here with me again. So this class, Reduce Time, is the second series of our 5 class series about navigating the unknown. The first class was about grounding and how we can relate to Earth and to the ground underneath to our reality. And this class today is about actually the dimension of accepting. I like to find inspiration from different places, and I'm pretty inspired. I don't know very much about it, but I'm pretty inspired by like 12-step programs. And I know they have a phrase toward the end or in the beginning of their meetings where they say, may I be granted the wisdom to accept what I cannot change. And may I be able to change what I can change. And also have the wisdom to know the difference. And I find that's pretty empowering because acceptance is not about just leaning back and being a victim of the world and just saying yes to whatever comes your way when it doesn't really resonate. Acceptance for me is really about fine-tuning this ability to sense, well, I'm not going to try to control the weather. I'm not going to try to control the global crisis going on right now. How can I be at peace with what is? And for our practice today about acceptance, we're going to really draw inspiration from the water element. Water is this element that navigates through and around obstacles. It's also the element that actually moves things through and help us access a quality of flow and letting go of what's no longer needed because changes are part of life. So let's dive in and change with acceptance. Take a moment here to bring your hands together, close your eyes, gently move your thighs back gently, belly in, lift your chest a little bit, draw your head back gently, palate back, and take a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling slowly. Just use the next couple of breaths to really take in, to really accept your breath, your capacity to be in this life right now. Just the capacity to welcome, take the breath in. As you inhale, and the capacity to let go what's no longer yours, what's no longer needed as you exhale. Then gently take a deep inhale again. And exhale, bow your head to your own heart. And let's cultivate today the wisdom to accept what we cannot change. Gently open your eyes and place your hands on the mat. Okay, and today you're going to need a blanket. If you have a bolster, that'll be great. If you don't have a bolster, you can take 2 pillows and roll them. You can roll them into a blanket. That could work. And if you have a block or a couple of big books, that would be nice. So start here on your knees and hands, all fours. Inhale and look forward, curve your lower back, and try to stay here for 1 deep breath to really let the lower back curve itself. And then exhale, pull the belly in gently, use your toes, your hands to round in the opposite direction. Inhale, thighs back and wide, arch and look up. Exhale in and look inside. And then move fairly slowly, I would say, so that you can be and accept, be with the movement of your breath. So water is always moving, is fluid. So let your breath just be also fluid, so your body can move with it. And sometimes water takes turns we cannot expect. That's the nature of change. So feel free to, respond to any calls, maybe to do a bit of a different cat-cow. Maybe you feel like moving your hips a little bit from left to right, or make kind of circles, or stay a bit longer in the rounding. Begin to fine-tune this capacity to know what's right, to know what you can change, what you can act upon. Good. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine and inhale, reach your left foot back and leg straight behind you. Exhale, bring your knee towards your chest. And then inhale, reach your foot back again, bend your knee and open your knee gently to the side. So be gentle here, can be a little bit intense for the right hip. So just opening the hip to the side. And exhale, bring your left knee down. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, knee to your chest. Inhale, right foot back again. Bend your knee and open the hip to the other side. So the right hip is going to come up, maybe up on your right fingertips. And exhale, down to the ground. Walk your hands forward 10 or 15 centimeters. Begin to lean your shoulders above your wrist here. Bend your elbows and come down onto your belly. Inhale and very, very soft. Keep your hands on the mat and lift you up in a baby cobra. So stop just when you know you're going to increase the amount of strength you use. So you stay gentle, exhale down. Do that 2 more. Shoulders back. Gently, incrementally, rising the strength in your cobra. Inhale, shoulders back. Maybe pull your hands toward each other a little more. Rise a bit higher. Use your hands, your shoulder muscles to rise. And exhale down. Tuck your toes. Come onto all fours. And then broaden your knees a bit apart from one another. Bring your big toes together and reach back. If you do have a bolster, bring your bolster in front of you in the long end and place the start of the bolster between your thighs so your belly can rest on the bolster, and then rest here on your bolster for a moment. If you don't have a bolster, you can also do that without the bolster. And close your eyes, just breathe here towards your hips. If your hips are very high, just an adjustment, you can place a blanket or 2 on top so you can be a bit higher. Good. And then just breathe here towards your lower back, like you could direct your breath toward the back of your hips, the outside of your hips. And just take a moment here to reflect onto what's going on in your life, in you, around you, but also within you. And as you exhale, see whether you can let go of the pressure to have to figure out, to have to be someone different or to do something different than what you're doing now. Inhale and accept. Exhale and simply dissolve what's blocking the way for you to accept what is. Give yourself space here. Turn your head the other way so you don't twist your neck so much. Take 2 deep, slow breaths more. Good, and then inhale. On your own time, gently come up. Place your bolster back to the side of your yoga mat. Come forward into your hands. Inhale and reach your right foot back behind you. Exhale, bring your right toes on the mat, lift your right thigh a bit higher. Inhale, look forward. Okay, exhale, stay here. Inhale, reach your right foot up and exhale, knee to your chest and bring your foot all the way forward to the place where you had your hands. And then grab your blocks, or if you don't have the blocks, grab your bolster or your cushion. So you're a bit higher, that's the point. Blocks are a bit more flexible in a way. Move your right foot to the right a little more. So you have slightly more distance between your legs than hip distance. and bring your hips forward a little bit. Pause here, and without pushing forward, just allow your hips to come forward a little bit. Lift and spread your toes on the right foot. Move your right hip to the right slightly so you create space, you're not just hanging there. And then exhale, move your hips back towards your left foot. Bring your blocks with you a little bit if you need to. And then spread your right toes up. Inhale, exhale, broaden your right thigh to the right. And turn your right toes in toward the middle a little bit. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, broaden the space with acceptance for what is. Inhale, lift your belly a little bit up. And exhale, keep broadening more to the right. Inhale, forward. Okay, we're going to do that again once more. Lean forward a little bit. Keep your toes onto tucked under on the back foot if you can. Breathe here from the belly up to the chest. Exhale, try to soften the lower belly, the top of the left thigh. Exhale and go back. Right toes up, bring your blocks a bit closer maybe. And then right toes to the left, to the middle. Broaden the right thigh like you want to expand the right buttock to the right. Inhale, lift a little bit, exhale, broaden. Inhale, pull your right heel towards the back of your mat, and exhale, broaden. Inhale, come up. Okay, keep your blocks with you if you have them. Left knee up, and exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale on the blocks. If you don't have the blocks, you use your fingertips, chest forward. Exhale and bow. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your chest forward, and then open your feet a bit wider than your hips. Bend your knees here. Exhale and release. Okay, just close your eyes and you can relax your neck for a moment. See whether there's something in your neck, in your head that can really accept what is, that can really let go and not resist gravity. And then try to keep that softness in your neck as you lift and spread your toes, just to engage your legs, to remember you have a power here to change what you can. And then hug your hands your feet toward each other. Bend your knees and keep your knees as wide as your ankles, so you may have to work your thighs a little more. And then keep your hand on the blocks or fingertips, look forward here. Exhale and bow over your legs. Okay, 2 more like this. Inhale, chest forward. The legs are quite active. Exhale and bow. Inhale, if you can, keep your knees where they are without moving them. And exhale, even as you bring your belly to your thighs. Hands to your hips, elbows toward the ceiling and come up. Stretch your hands toward the ceiling. Reach up. Exhale, arms to the sides. Close your eyes here. Bend your knees slightly. And let your hips descend to the ground. Just reconnect to the grounding if you did the first class before this one. Remember the connection between the feet and the ground. Connection to gravity. Inhale, open your eyes with your hands to the sky. Exhale and come back down. Good. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees slightly. And exhale, step your left foot back and your right foot back, come down onto all fours. Inhale, left foot back behind you, so left leg straighten up. Stay up here for a moment, leave the inner left thigh, and then place your left toes on the mat. Just try to stretch your thigh up toward the ceiling. Belly in, ribs in. Good. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, knee to your chest and bring your foot forward. Grab your blocks or your bolster or something, or your books, and then lean, bring your left foot to the left a little more. Scissor your legs toward each other and lean your hips forward. So try not to collapse here in the shoulders, often that happens. So keep your spine towards up straight. Always come up on, that's always an option to come higher on your blocks if you need to. Inhale, now exhale, reach left leg straight, hips toward the back. Maybe blocks a bit closer. Pause here. Inhale, lift your belly up a little bit. And exhale, turn your toes in a little bit toward the middle and broaden the left sit bone to the left. Inhale, exhale, broaden. Inhale, forward. Okay, round 2, hip forward a little bit, shoulders back. Breathe here as you could stretch the right thigh of your belly from the right knee all the way up to the right ribs. And exhale back. Left hamstring opens a little more. Turn your toes in and broaden the inside of the left sit bone to the left. So try that so you can change that, like refining our capacity to adapt. So it becomes less of a struggle when changes happen. Okay, and come forward here. Once more, bring your blocks forward a little more. Yes. Right knee up. Inhale and exhale, step forward. Good. Bend both knees, hips, feet a bit wider. So I'm going to face you so you're going to see. My feet are wider than the hips apart. Bend your knees here. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and bow. Okay, interlace your fingers here, let go of the blocks. Reach your hands toward the ceiling. Bend your knees more and you can rest your belly onto your thighs. And lift and spread your toes now and try to bring your sit bones back more. Yes, you're going to lean back, press the front of the foot so you don't fall back. And then broaden the inside of your thighs here. With acceptance, create space, recognizing your power. Again, to change what you can, but also to create space for what you cannot change. Hands onto your hips, elbows toward the ceilings, and come all the way up. Inhale up, exhale, hands to your heart. Okay. Inhale, look up, bring your hands to the sky. Exhale, hands all the way down. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and step your left foot back and bring your left heel down so your left foot is parallel to the shoulder of the mat. Now bring your right elbow onto your knee and left hand onto your left hip. Okay, so here the key to really create acceptance in the body is also to open the hips that we've been working with already. So what happens often that the left groin on this side comes forward in this pose. So try to actually do the opposite. If you keep your left fingers on the groin here, the top of the thigh, move that groin back so you begin to feel a hollowness, a softness that's very watery. And then bend your front knee, right buttock under. Try to keep the soft, hollow groin and bring your left hand to the sky. I like to turn the right palm up, left and right shoulder back, maybe arm alongside your ear. Pose here, just hold the pose and see what's moving through you, what's flowing through you. Inhale and come up to warrior 2. Pose here, lift your hands a little bit higher to create more space on the side and bend your front knee here. Just keep it above your ankle, about that. And exhale, reverse your warrior, right hand up. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Good. And then lift and spread your right toes and press your right legs to strain on it. Then hug your feet. You're going to pull energy from the feet, from the ground up to the pelvis. And then from the pelvis, press into your feet. So micro bend your knee here. If you know your hypermobility, the knee is pressing back. And then lean forward and bring your right hand onto a block or on fingertips. So now use the block and bring it on your fingertips or the book and bring it more toward the left side of the mat. Left hand on your hip. Okay, check the groin here that is still moving back and in. And then with the legs engaged, so hug the muscles to the bone onto the legs. Move your hips back gently with acceptance. Yeah, create space here and try to broaden the space between the sit bones. Try that. Refining again the subtle capacities for change. Now keep that space as you lift your belly in and up. Find your power again and move the block or the fingertips behind your right ankle. And bring our right shin and bring your left hand up to the sky. Hips back. Tailbone in, belly in and up and open. maybe up and even more up, looking up to really, okay, welcome what you cannot change. There's always a possibility for auspiciousness, a possibility for goodness in new changes. It's up to us really to see it. Arm alongside your ear. Inhale, exhale, down. Okay, and turn your toes in. So now you're moving. You can bring both blocks or just your fingertips, depending how far you can reach the floor. Good. Feet are parallel, pretty wide. Lift and spread your toes and hug your feet toward each other. So just to create safety and grounding. And then turn your thighs, bring your hands onto your groins for a moment and turn your groins and thighs in and back. Now try to broaden the space between your inner thighs. You can bring your hands back down. So the legs are working pretty hard here. Belly in and exhale, bow. Can you keep the legs working and yet soften your heart, your attitude, your neck? Keep an open mind. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, bow over. Inhale, chest forward again. Exhale, bow over. Good. Interlace your fingers behind you, hands to the sky, shoulders back. And bow. Good. Okay, bring your hands towards your sacrum, towards your lower back. Bring palms together, shoulders back. So the hands a bit stronger, shoulders a bit stronger. Lift halfway up. Interlace your fingers and then press your fingertips, your palms, the palms of your hands together. And then lift up. Hands to the sides. Turn your right toes forward again. And reverse your Trikonasana. Reverse your triangle here. Right hand up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, feel free to lean back a little bit without pooping. Pooping the left thigh forward. Inhale and back, bend your front knee and come all the way down with your hands. Look forward and take a step forward with your left foot. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and bow. Lift and spread your toes, but back, come all the way up, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale and bow over your legs. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and slowly right foot back, right heel down, left elbow, left knee, right hand, right hip. Here we are. Good. And then breathe here. Lengthen your side ribs and roll the inner right thigh back. Hold the right groin, yeah. Bend your front knee and broaden the space between your thighs. Give yourself space here. Breathe here and invite ease in. Acceptance is really about making space for ease. Right hand up to the sky. Pause here, or maybe variation, right arm alongside your ear. Left shoulder back. So take a moment here to reflect what gives you a bigger perspective in your life. Maybe it's like taking a walk in nature, looking at the sky. Those days we've been lucky with clear sky at night. Maybe it's, for me, it's looking at the stars at night. Reminds me, yeah, there's something bigger. I don't need to worry so much. Inhale, right hand up and come up to warrior two. Pause here and then reverse your warrior, left hand up to the sky. Inhale deeply, bend your front knee more. Keep the right groin moving back. Exhale back to warrior two. Lift your hands a little bit higher, look up, forward. Breathe here. Let gravity just do its work to bring your hips a bit closer to the floor. Good, and then stretch your left leg. I like to keep the toes straight here just to engage the legs. And micro bend your left knee so you don't hyperextend. And then lean forward, right hand on your hip here. Lean forward, move a little bit more to the right with your left hand. And then grab your block or fingertips if you can reach. Move it to the right. Take a deep inhale and exhale, hips back. Okay, now pause here. Take a deep inhale. Your breath is really what's going to help moving through changes and broaden the sit bones. Yeah, right here. Keep that broadening, the right groin back, and then move the hand or the block outside of your left shin. Inhale, right hand up, Trikonasana, belly in. Okay, refine your pose here. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, belly in and up and open. Turn your head up, maybe look up. Again, welcoming change on that side of your body, on that side of the journey. Arm alongside your ears, stretch. Inhale and exhale, right hand down. Move your hands or your blocks toward the inside, in between your legs again, and turn your left toes so it's parallel to the right. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and down. Inhale, chest forward again, and now move your hands towards your left ankle. So I'm going to mirror you here. Left ankle, right hand can be outside of your ankle. And then bring your left hand on your left hip. Good. Inhale, chest forward, scissor your legs, and exhale, twist to the side. So try to move your left shoulder up and maybe left hand up to the sky. That's a bit too advanced. Keep your left hand on the mat. Right hand, sorry, on the mat, and left hand up to the sky. So it's a bit less twisty. Inhale, hips back, exhale and twist. Okay, gently exhale, release. Other side, walk toward the right foot now. Left hand outside of the shin if you can. Right hand on your hip. Chest forward and exhale, twist. Inner thighs back and broaden. Can you keep broadening and looking up? Can you keep opening up your mind and welcoming new possibilities, new avenues? Left hand up. A lot of us are really looking into new avenues those days. Inhale, exhale. And at the end of your exhale, bring your hand down. Walk your hands all the way up to your left foot, to the top of your mat. Bring your right knee down, left knee down. Take one downward facing dog pose here. When you're ready, knees back and up. And for your down dog, really open your feet a bit wider than your hips and bend your knees. If needed, bring your feet a bit closer, just 5 or 10 centimeters closer for more stability. And then move your thighs back here. Bend your knees more, broaden the sit bones. Exhale and release and allow gravity from your heart to reach down through your hands. And then find your own power to reach from your heart up to the sky. So it's always a possibility for us to co-participate also in the change. Inhale, forward to your plank. Bring your knees down. Keep the belly up. And exhale, lower chaturanga on the knees here and down. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips and bring them outside of the mat. Bring them a bit, like maybe to the level of your shoulders, a bit more forward than what you probably would do usually. And then inhale, take a baby lift here. Move a little bit, maybe a right rib forward a little bit, left ribs forward a little bit, and exhale down. Now move your fingertips more back in line with your chest, shoulders back, and lift up again. Hug your hands toward each other, externally rotate your upper arms, and lift. Exhale back down. And now move your hands a bit more in line with the beginning of your ribs, shoulders back. Inhale and lift here. You might be able to lift a bit higher. Now pull, engage with your own power, hands toward each other, elbows toward each other, shoulder blades toward each other, and lift here. Okay, with acceptance, let your heart lean forward more and reach the top of your crown up. Reach from your pelvis through your toes all the way. Inhale and exhale. Very good, to the ground. Tuck your toes and press back up to all fours. Good, and come back down onto your seat, onto your sit bones, onto your buttock. Good. Now, grab your blanket, and even though you don't usually need it, roll it 1 or twice and sit on the blanket. I know for myself, opening up for support can be a challenge in itself. So even though you don't need it, just see whether it can maybe make something a little bit easier for you still. Okay, move your thighs back, and let's do this now. Bring your left shin in front of you, in front of the right. Sukhasana, so knees above the ankles. And the feet are a bit more forward. Good. You're going to stay here or spread your toes, okay? And maybe bring your left ankle on top of your right knee if that's available to you. So if that's really challenging and you're up there, we're going to work with that still. And now pull your legs toward each other, like that means actually push your feet a bit apart, like you want to push your feet a bit away from like toward the sides. Another option, if that's too high but you want to work with it, is actually to place a block or something in front of your right knee and place your ankle there, so a bit higher still. Inhale and exhale. Now keep reaching down into your seat. Broaden the sit bones as you lean forward here. Inhale and exhale, lower. Inhale up and exhale. Broaden. So feel free to walk your hands forward a little more so you have a nice length on the sides to breathe, and exhale now. Inhale, push your feet away like you could push into a wall. Re-engage and exhale, accept and bow forward. Reach your sit bones back. One more breath, inhale and exhale, bow. Good, inhale, come back up. And reach up, shoulders, come back up, shoulders above your hips. Now inhale, left hand up to the sky. And exhale, so left hand in your foot or around your heel to the right. And then you're going to twist here. Another option, if you want to go a bit deeper, is to bring your right hand forward a little bit, lean above, and maybe bring your elbow into your foot. Then press the elbow and the knee, and the foot, sorry, towards each other. Press the foot into the elbow, and then twist, move your right hand to the left a little bit, to the side. Otherwise, you stay here with the arms straight and twisting gentle. Inhale, and as you do that, keep reaching the opposite thigh, the left sit bone to the left more, and yet push the foot into the elbow. Inhale, and exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, come out of the pose, and take your left leg, come out of the pose, come in the middle, and bring your left leg forward. Now move your right heel closer to the center of your pelvis for Janu Shirsasana. Butt back, open your left leg to the left a little bit. Inhale, left hand up, and exhale, bring your left hand inside of your right hand up, right hand inside of your left leg, and walk your hands to the side. Inhale, begin to turn your belly in and up, and exhale, bow over your leg more toward the left. Inhale here, and exhale. And maybe twist your right elbow across your thigh here. Inhale, and exhale, twist. Inhale, breathe. Otherwise, keep your hand across your shin, and exhale, twist. Keep broadening the thighs, and inhale, come up. One last one, left hand up, and exhale, left elbow inside of your thigh. So now, bring your left foot in a little bit, and if your elbow is not reaching inside of your thigh or on your knee, and it's still a bit above, you're going to use a block or two just to reach your elbow there. And here's where we're going. Press the elbow into the block, or if you can, inside of the thigh. Turn your palm facing up, away from the knee, and then right hand up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, arm alongside your ear, and pause here. Now with acceptance, push from your pelvis down into the earth, broaden your sit bones, and turn left side of the belly to the sky. Looking up into new opportunities. Maybe you stay here, or maybe reach your left hand to your big toe, right hand to some of the other toes, and then keep twisting to the side, right elbow up. Keep broadening through the sit bones. Inhale deeply, exhale, broaden. Inhale, keep breathing through your right ribs, and exhale, broaden. One more breath. Right hand up, and slowly come out of the pose. Just take a moment here with your eyes closed to stay very slow, and maybe even noticing gentle, flowy movement inside. And gently open your eyes. Okay, now bring your left knee towards you, right leg in front of you, and we're going to go for Sukhasana again, this time with the right shin in front. Turn your belly, your thighs, sorry, back and in. Stay here, and again, same trick. That's plenty for you. Or foot on a block in front of your knee, or foot on top of your knee. Wherever you are, try to move. I like to lift my buttock a little bit here to move it back a little more, so I have got this space clearer. And then spread your toes, press your feet into these invisible walls or blocks to the side, reach your booty back, and walk your hands forward. So if you have to round a lot here, please stay with your hands by your hips and work into leaning from the belly button and not so much from the whole torso. It doesn't matter. If you can maintain integrity and lengthen your lower back, then you can come forward maybe. Inhale and exhale in. Inhale, so keep co-participating here by spreading your toes, hug the muscles to the bones, and yet exhale and surrender, accept by leaning over. Going with the change, going with the river, but we don't want to get stuck to the sides of the river. We just want to move through the middle of the river. So be one with the flow, with the change that's inevitable. Inhale and exhale. Inhale gently, come out of the pose, come back up with your torso, right hand to the sky, and exhale, twist right hand to your foot, press your foot into your hand, or if you did that on the other side, elbow inside of the sole of your foot, in which case you can stay here, inhale and exhale, twist, left shoulder back. Breathe, it's pretty intense twist for the belly, for the organs. Try to breathe slowly towards your belly and keep broadening the right sit bones, to the right. Inhale, and when you're ready, come out of your twist. Good. Right leg straight. Move your heel inside toward the middle of the pelvis. Pull your buttock back. Turn your left thigh in and back, right thigh in and back. Left hand up, and exhale. Reach toward the inside of your left heel. That's your right heel, sorry. And then right hand to the side. Inhale. And exhale, bow over the legs. So you spread your toes here and keep broadening the sit bone. So there's still this co-participation going. We're not just taking in everything as it comes. Distinguishing where we can influence, where we can act, and where we just need to go with the flow. Inhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Your left hand can come across your shin, or your left elbow can come across your right knee or right thigh. Inhale deeply. And exhale, and then inhale, come up. Right hand to the sky. Exhale, right elbow in. And now you can use a block underneath the elbow if you need to, or plug the elbow and the knee toward each other. Turn the palm up, or Just find a way to have your hand pointing away from the knee, and then left hand up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, arm alongside your ear, and stretch. Ground your foot, so your foot is not signaling to the side, it's actually pointing up, your toes are pointing up, and broaden the inner right sit bone to the right. Inhale, exhale, and some of you maybe reach your foot. You don't have to, it's just if that's available. And then keep pressing the knee and the elbow toward each other, left elbow up, inhale, and keep broadening your left sit bone. So it's like accessing different part of the arm string. The arm strings, there's different strings. So if you broaden your sit bone more to the side, you're going to feel it's going to stretch different places in your right hamstring. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, take your time to transition out of the pose and come up. Broaden your feet, legs straight. Turn your thighs in, keep sitting up, and exhale, lean forward. So again, if you have to round in your shoulders a lot, stay up there. That's available to you to keep length in your lower back. You can bring your hands forward. And then explore again this balance between engagement and acceptance. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and softly reach out through your feet from your pelvis out through your head. Inhale to whatever version you like. If you like to spread your arms, to grab your toes, or just to keep your elbows on the ground. And one more breath. Inhale and come up. Good. Reach back. And let's go into Shavasana. So we're going to start Shavasana together, and then we're going to end the video so you can stay there as long as you can. And today for Shavasana, we're going to actually use a restorative pose. So take one of your blocks, or again a book, or you can also stack a couple of pillows, that will work. And then take your bolster or your bolster setting. Again, a couple of pillows around, and the blanket around can work. And if you do have an extra blanket, place a blanket toward the top of your bolster here. So the idea is to have something elevated that's going to support our upper body, and that's a bit inclined diagonally. And then sit in front of your bolster. Press your feet together, knees to the side, Baddha Konasana, wide side angle, bound angle, sorry. And then lean back. Okay, adjust your hips a bit more forward if that's the bolster or the cushion is pushing into your lower back, if that's not comfortable. And then lean back here. Okay, take a minute or so to make any adjustment that you need. If you need to place a couple of other blankets or cushions underneath your thighs so you don't have to strain here, please do that. And take a few deep breaths in your belly with full acceptance again of the nourishment that can come through the breath. Just enjoy the work. We did some very deep twists, so something is going to release. And there is a very gentle, soft release coming with acceptance. We don't have to struggle. We release a burden of having to fix or figure out or know. Inhale deeply and exhale, release any burden. Let yourself just rest here, fully supported, completely at ease with the situation right now, with the moment as it is right now. Take a couple of deep, slow, grounding breaths. Feel free to exhale through the mouth each time. Let yourself really take in the rest.